I'm Kenneth Rush.
Here on Never Stalin News. Today we're going to be discussing the emotions and feelings that are taking place among the people of Russia with Joseph Stalin as dictator of the Soviet Union. We'll be looking at goals Joseph Stalin had coming into power and how many of these goals he actually pursued into positive and negative effects on the people of Russia. Kenneth, could you start us off?
Yes. Let's start off by looking at how Joseph Stalin became such a high rank of power in the first place. Joseph Stalin was actually born with the name Joseph Jugashvili. But later, when he became a young revolutionary, he changed his name to Stalin, which is also similar to the term steal. The reason I mention this is because when Lenin, our previous ruler, died, Stalin and Trotsky battled for power. And what we find that Stalin then forces Trotsky, or almost steals power from him, and puts him into exile, putting himself the dictator of the Soviet Union. It's ironic that we find Stalin must have picked the name for a reason, or he felt he needed to live up to his goals he strived to pursue.
You were very right, Kenneth. Stalin is a sneaky type of guy who puts himself out there for attention. We'll be taking a short break, but when we come back, we will continue this discussion of Stalin's opinions and goals as Soviet Union dictator here on NSN.
Welcome back here on NSN. Let's get back to discussing more of Stalin's opinions and goals as a Soviet Union dictator.
Well, let's get into how he planned goals for the economy. Stalin was an aggressive man that liked to put things into action right away. So in this case, Stalin rejected the policy of gradual change under the NEP. Instead, he wanted to turn the Soviet Union into a socialist state as quickly as possible. He also wanted to modernize the Soviet Union rapidly. Let's hear what he had to say in his recent campaign.
We are 50 to 100 years behind the advanced countries. We must make up this gap in 10 years. Either we do it or they crush us.
Wow, this guy has a packed schedule ahead of him.
Not only does he have a packed schedule and big plans, but let's recapture the first 5-year plan that was set in 1928. For these first 5 years, Stalin planned to set ambitious goals for developing Soviet industry and increasing food production. He emphasized heavy industry over consumer goods and poured resources into building steel mills and dams for hydroelectric power. The Soviet Union was really started to have made impressive gains.
Well, that doesn't sound all too bad.
No, it doesn't sound too bad, but let's wait to hear from one of the workers Shannon Fitzgerald is interviewing today. Shannon is interviewing one of the... It doesn't sound too bad, but let's wait to hear from one of the workers Shannon Fitzgerald is interviewing today. Shannon is interviewing one of the kulaks, or prosperous peasants, that were sent to brutal labor camps during the time of the prosperity of the Soviet Union. Now let's get to Shannon at one of the locations of the labor camps there.
Hi, this is Shannon Fitzgerald on NSN News here at the location of a labor camp. Here I was surprised to find so many millions of people living in not a very big area. I've seen many people almost skeletally walking around, but I feel I am only seeing just a small portion of the truth. So I'm here with Alexandra, who has 4 children of her own and a husband that passed away years ago. So Alexandra, can you tell me a little bit about how you think the labor camp started?
Of course. I believe it started by Stalin's overwhelming goals. He set these great goals of prosperity, but put the hands of many innocent people to work. He forced millions of workers, young and old, to do brutal work, caused them many deaths as well.
You say millions of people and causing deaths, when in reality 5 to 10 million people died as a result of militarization and state terror. Do you believe that this many died from this cause?
Yes, the intimidation Stalin has put on people is brutal. Many people have died because of the stress and terror put upon them. I've seen it with my own eyes.
What are your feelings and attitudes towards Stalin as our dictator of the Soviet Union?
I think Stalin's a really terrible man to put us women and our children to care for in these brutal camps. Stalin should have thought what his schools would be good before he acted.
Thank you, Alex. Alexandra, for that inspiring perspective. I think that many of us out there needed to know what events and traumas that took place in these camps. Also, your words made us aware of the situations that take place in the camps as well. Again, I am Shannon here at the location of a labor camp. Now back to Aggie and
Thanks
Ken.
again, Alexandra, for that much needed information. That sure gave us the inside scoop of what's really going on in those labor camps.
Well, that concludes today's discussion on the moods and emotions of the people in Russia in this time period with Joseph Stalin and great power. It seems we found that Stalin's goals he wished to pursue affected the people of Russia in the most negative ways, creating negative attitudes and emotion among the people of Russia.
Thanks for watching Never Stalin News. Catch up with Aggie, Kenneth, and Shannon on future newscasts on American U.S. history.
Because here on Never Stalin News, we're never stalling.
See you next time.